1. House passes crypto bills amid Maxine Waters' full-scale CryptoCon criticism. 2. House Republicans pass key cryptocurrency bills, what you need to know. 1. House passes crypto bills amid Maxine Waters' full-scale CryptoCon criticism. Imagine a scenario where the very fabric of cryptocurrency regulation is debated, with some seeing it as a beacon of progress and others viewing it as a Trojan horse for political gain. That's exactly what happened when the House of Representatives passed 3 significant cryptocurrency-related bills, sparking a heated debate. But here's where it gets controversial. Representative Maxine Waters, a prominent Democrat, vehemently opposed these bills, branding them as a full-scale CryptoCon and accusing Republicans of serving President Donald Trump's interests. The first bill to clear both chambers is the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act, also known as the Genius Act. This legislation aims to establish comprehensive regulations for stablecoins, which are cryptocurrencies pegged to traditional currencies like the U.S. dollar. Despite initial resistance, it managed to pass the House with strong bipartisan support, garnering 308 votes in favor against 122. Notably, only 12 Republicans voted against it, making it the most bipartisan of the trio. Among the Democrats, the vote was closely divided, with 102 supporting and 110 opposing. The second bill, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, or Clarity Act, passed with 294 votes in favor and 134 against. This measure introduces new federal guidelines aimed at enhancing oversight of digital assets, ensuring they operate within a safer regulatory framework. The third and final bill, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, received support from just 2 Democrats but still managed to secure passage with 219 votes in favor and 210 against. This legislation is particularly contentious as it aims to prevent the federal government from developing its own digital currency, a move that some see as a safeguard against potential government overreach. The journey towards these bills was not without obstacles. Initially, conservatives delayed their consideration due to concerns that the anti-CBDC bill might not be addressed in the Senate. However, a compromise was reached by linking it with the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2026, a crucial piece of legislation that must pass annually to outline defense policies. Supporters of these bills argue that they pave the way for growth, innovation, and prosperity in the U.S. economy. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, who is often referred to as crypto's highest-ranking champion in Congress, expressed optimism, stating, "Together, these 3 pieces of legislation set the stage for growth, innovation, and prosperity right here in the United States of America." Representative Troy Downing echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the bipartisan nature of digital currency issues. He noted, "This is something that everybody wants as we move into the next century. It's important that we embrace this and do everything we can to encourage innovation in the United States of America." However, critics like Representative Maxine Waters paint a different picture. She argues that these bills serve as a gift-wrapped invitation for Trump, benefiting his personal interests rather than the national good. Waters contends that these measures fail to protect the national interest and lack transparency. She pointed out, "If we're outraged by Trump accepting planes from foreign countries, if we're disgusted by Trump turning the White House into a Tesla showroom, if we're appalled by Trump punishing former officials who opposed him in the 2020 election, then we should be wholeheartedly and unequivocally opposed to any bills that actively build the most corrupt, self-dealing crypto empire this country has ever seen." As these bills move forward, the debate over their implications will undoubtedly continue. It's a pivotal moment that highlights the complex interplay between technology, politics, and economics. And this is the part most people miss, the nuanced conversation around how these regulations will shape the future of finance and technology in the United States. What do you think? Are these bills a step towards a more regulated and secure digital asset market, or are they a dangerous attempt to enrich a single individual at the expense of public interest? 2. House Republicans pass key cryptocurrency bills, what you need to know. Here's the twist no one is talking about. The U.S. Congress just took a seismic step toward reshaping the global financial landscape with crypto at the center. But here's where it gets tricky. This move isn't just about innovation. It's about power, politics, and the explosive clash between regulation and the Wild West of digital money. Let's break it down. The House has officially passed 3 landmark bills aimed at turbocharging the cryptocurrency industry, all under the shadow of President Donald Trump's bold vision to make America the crypto capital of the world. These bills, now heading to the Senate, could redefine how we think about money, markets, and even the US dollar itself. But will they protect consumers, or just hand over the keys to a new financial frontier without a map? The first bill, already approved by the Senate, targets stablecoins, cryptocurrencies pegged to stable assets like the US dollar. With bipartisan support, 308 to 122 in the House, it mandates strict rules for reserves, anti-money laundering checks, and consumer safeguards. Think of it as a guardrail for a roller coaster. The goal is to prevent crashes while letting the ride keep spinning. House Financial Services Chair French Hill called it a game-changer for American competitiveness, but critics argue the rules are still too loose to stop the next crypto meltdown. The second bill, a broader market structure overhaul, splits digital assets into 2 regulatory buckets: commodities, like Bitcoin, under the CFTC, and securities, like newer tokens, under the SEC. This either-or framework could finally bring clarity to a sector mired in legal gray areas. Yet, as Representative Brian Steil, Republican Wisconsin, boasted, the 294 to 134 vote hints at bipartisan unity, until you realize the Senate might rewrite it entirely. And this is the part most people miss. The third bill, passed by a razor-thin margin, 219 to 210, bans the U.S. from creating its own central bank digital currency, CBDC. Why? Because the crypto industry fears government-issued digital money could undercut their own decentralized vision. But isn't that a bit like banning a rival just to protect a monopoly? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. While Democrats cheer these bills as a win for innovation, they're also accusing Republicans of enabling Trump's crypto empire. The stablecoin bill bars lawmakers from profiting off stablecoins, but not the president. And let's not forget, Trump's family earned $57.35 million in 2024 from their World Liberty financial stablecoin, $1. A Trump-branded meme coin? That's already raked in $320 million in fees. Coincidence? Or a bold new business model for the White House? Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren warned this could let Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg issue their own money. Is that freedom, or a recipe for chaos? Proponents, like former House Financial Services Chair Patrick McHenry, argue these laws are as transformative as the 1930s Securities Acts that made Wall Street global. But here's the million-dollar question: when regulations favor a specific industry, or a specific family, does that truly serve the public? Will this push America to the forefront of digital finance, or just create a new playground for the ultra-wealthy? We'd love to hear your take. Is this the future of finance or a risky gamble? Share your thoughts below.